So we've spoken about the wires. What about the power supply?
That's a very interesting question that you have. The power supply that we use, it's a voltage sensing power supply. It's not just the power supply that connects to the tap fuse and you got your power and that's it. Our power supply that we've designed and used has got a voltage sensing system in it, which means that, for example, if we're doing an installation on a hybrid type vehicle which has a smaller size battery, we can set the voltage of when the battery is about to be depleted.
Yep.
And then we can stop it from sucking power to prevent the vehicle from having a flat battery. And then you, on the technical side of things, do the research
On what voltage to
on
be set?
what voltage to be set,
Okay.
and that voltage is different on different cars.
Correct.
It is. So there's
Yeah.
not one size fits all with voltage.
No.
No, because one car can start on
Has
12.
one car has a big capacity battery, which will hold load for longer.
Yeah.
Other cars, let's say hybrid, you need to set a little bit higher because you won't have that big capacity. Now, hybrid cars, some are using a 45 amp hour battery, which is very small. And
Hold on. Sorry, Thiago. So 45 amp versus what would a normal car be?
let's say 70 amps.
So 45 versus
It's about
70.
half the size.
Wow.
Unload and capacity, yeah.
Okay.
Because that's very technical because you go into a CCA as well, which is needed for starting a vehicle. The temperature, let's say winter, it varies as well on how the voltage drops on the battery, how it holds its
So
power as
temperature
well.
changes the way that your battery operates?
Yes. You can see a good example is European cars. You can see a lot of times batteries are inside a vehicle. That's to conserve heat, not outside. Yeah. You normally during winter it's the voltage drops a lot more. It doesn't hold as much for longer.
Interesting. So every brand that we service has a specific setting of voltage that we have to set. Sorry, every vehicle of each brand has a specific voltage that we need to set.
Yes.
Correct. So on a hybrid car, we put it a little bit higher so it doesn't get a flat battery. On petrol cars, you can say, or diesel cars, we'll put it a little bit lower so it can run longer and, the battery is bigger. So, it can withstand longer recording as such.
So does that mean with our with the voltage system that we're using, the intelligent park mode that we have, does that then mean that the rest of the car's operation, electronics, battery is not compromised?
That's exactly what it means. So we make sure your dash camera records for as long as possible in park mode without you having a flat battery.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Which
point.
happens a lot to
Hybrid cars.
yeah.
So is there any way that our dash camera can cause a flat battery?
No, because we've got a voltage sensing system that we set to a X amount of volts that basically turns the dash camera off from sucking power. So if it goes under that, it switches off automatically. That's how it's designed.
So it's safe.
If we compare then what's on the market, and we're not going to mention names for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
What are the other options on the market at the moment?
On the other options on the market have dash cameras that record in park mode, but the issue is they're not designed for stopping when the battery in the car gets too low. They continue sucking power. They're good quality dash cameras that are out there, but they drain the battery so much, then when you jump in the car in the morning, you've got a flat battery.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what's out there.
And what about the installation of those dash cameras that are out there? Like, are people opting to install the dash cameras differently to the way we install?
Okay, so some competitors, they go for an easier solution, which is not always the best. They use a OBD port style plug.
It's definitely not the best, yeah.
Why isn't it the best?
We tried testing it. It's let's say there are pins. So a pin is like that, and then it goes like that.
Yeah.
Let's say you go on a dirt road on your vehicle. So OBD is always there. So there's nothing, it's just push in. Where
Okay.
it doesn't lock in.
Where's the OBD? What does that mean?
OBD is a plug that's located near the fuse box, and
Okay.
basically some manufacturers just use a plug to plug in the dashcam power supply.
Every vehicle is different location.
That's right.
It's so you have a problem in your vehicle. You connect your scan tool, so it reads out all. It gives you the codes on the vehicle, so it's easy for you to program modules to the car. Or, not aftermarket. It's you can read everything that happens on the car, and there's cars that they supply power there.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean you should use that power.
Right.
So that's number one. Second is...
So when it's plugged in, so you were saying, Thiago, when it's plugged in...
It's just pushed in, like this. So it's there, but let's say you go dirt road.
Yeah.
Okay, this moves. It starts falling off. So many times...
Over time, it'll unplug and
it will fall off. Or, it will open the pins as well, create bad connection, which... Even a technician, you take your car to a dealership, they're going to connect the scan tool to be able to read fault codes with the car. It's not going to read because that pin is too open because of that vibration, which is not, is not meant to be there.
So it's just unstable.
Very, very unstable.
So in comparison to hard wiring that we do?
Yes.
We use a tap fuse connection into the fuse box. We believe that it's a much more safe solution for park mode.
Yeah. And approved by dealerships as well on case of, let's say, warranty issues, which you have a problem with your wiring loom. It's if you tapped into that wiring loom and you have an issue down the road, let's say a broken pin on your ECU, they might deny that, that claim because it's already been tampered with.
Been plugged in.